So we have now with us Antony Froggatt, energy expert from the United Kingdom. You arrived almost 1 week ago in Bali. What's your impression of the conference so far, and what was your purpose to join the conference in Bali?
I've come to the conference in Bali to represent Chatham House, which is a UK think tank, where we had a side event. So parallel to the main negotiations are discussions. And in terms of the impression so far, the ministers only start arriving this weekend, so the serious negotiations haven't begun.
So if a normal reader of a newspaper during the last days read those big articles about the climate conference in Bali, they found a lot of information about the long-term targets to protect climate. And in the focus normally is the year 2050. So what is your impression about the relation between long-term targets and short-term targets?
I mean, the setting of long-term targets is of course fundamental. We have to know the direction that we're going, and this should be driven by science that says how we can avoid the most dangerous implications of climate change. And so therefore we are going to need by 2050 these sort of 80% cuts in CO2 emissions. But unless we start making the cuts now, in the next 5 to 10 years, it will be impossible, A, to meet those objectives.
So as a politician, a member of the European Parliament, I must ask you, why seems it to be much easier for decision makers to negotiate on targets focusing on the year 2050 and not negotiate on short-term action or urgent action?
I don't think it's going to be easy to negotiate even the long-term target. I mean, I think we will see certain countries wanting even to not agree to a long-term target. But the difficulty of making short-term action is this affects people. We have to make decisions now, so therefore you need to change. Architects need to change, builders need to change, town planners need to change. There's a whole series of measures that need to take place that require change from a whole sector of society. And that is more complicated than picking a target 50 years from now.
Can you explain me, even this is a strange question coming from a politician, but can you explain me why we are always talking, Barroso is talking about it, Verheugen is talking about it, Piebalgs is talking about it, Dimas is talking about it. We are always talking about the need of changing energy strategies, the need of urgent action to protect climate. But why does it take that long?
I think it's a combination of factors. I think the key problem is the structure of the energy companies. These are large companies and they're growing bigger as they take over more smaller companies. And they are more reluctant to change. They have more to lose. So it's part that. It's part investment. We need to change the investment path. And now we have a unique opportunity. We know that a number of coal stations will close, a number of nuclear power stations will close. In fact, more will be closed by 2030. Over half of Europe's electricity generating capacity will close whatever happens. So we have an opportunity to set in place a new structure that enables genuine localized production, highly efficient combined heat and power, which makes maximum use of fossil fuels if we continue to use them, while at the same time allowing in alternative energy sources and individual homes to become energy producers. And this goes against the large centralized generating companies, and they're fighting against it.